What's going on, guys? My name is Wade with Tech Daily. So the nice folks over at Speck heard I might be getting the new Galaxy S9 and they wanted to make sure my phone was safe and protected. So this care package arrived at my doorstep with some of their new cases for Samsung's newest phones. Now, you guys know I sort of have a thing for Speck cases. About 250,000 of you saw the awesome space-themed Speck case that I rock on my iPhone that was featured in a video a couple months ago. This time around, we've got 3 of Speck's most popular offerings: the Presidio Clear, the Presidio Grip, and the Leather Folio case. I'll of course have links to these cases and all the other information down below in the video description if you're interested in picking one up for yourself. But let's go ahead and check out what these guys have to offer. Kicking things off, we've got the Speck Presidio Grip. And for as long as I've been in the tech game, this I think is the case that Speck might be most known for. It's a very simple and clean single piece case. This one is in the Eclipse Blue / Carbon Black color combination, and like the name suggests, the Presidio Grip has this prominent rubber texture on the back and along the sides to make sure the phone never slips out of your hand or slides off a flat surface. And with something like the S9, which is super slippery on its own, a case like this is pretty much perfect. It's made of a combination of rubber on the inside for shock absorption and plastic on the outside for rigidity, and it's flexible enough to take a little bit of stress, but obviously sturdy enough to protect the phone and take a beating if necessary. Putting it on the phone is super easy. You just pop the phone in and make sure the corners are pulled over, and in the hand, the Presidio Grip is a fairly slim case. It doesn't add a whole lot of bulk to the device at all, which is good, and you've got access to all the important stuff like the fingerprint sensor on back and all the ports and things down at the bottom. I think the most important thing about these Speck cases though is that you've got a rubber lip around the entire edge of the phone, which means that the screen is relatively protected from being laid down or dropped on a flat surface. And that for me is an absolute must-have on any case. Now, if you picked up the new lilac purple or coral blue S9, you probably want to show off that color, and the Speck Presidio Clear is just the case to do the trick. As far as its shape and form factor, it's almost identical to the Presidio Grip. It's got a polycarbonate outer shell along with Speck's shock-absorbing clear lining on the inside, so it's tough and sturdy and rugged. But most importantly, it's obviously crystal clear, so you can show off whichever awesome color for the S9 you decided on, like this lilac purple here, which really looks awesome. Like I mentioned, the form factor is almost identical to the Presidio Grip, so it's just as slim and sleek in the hand while still offering top to bottom, edge to edge protection for the device and access to all the important buttons and ports. Finally, if you're looking for something maybe a little more fancy and a little more functional, the Folio case has quite a lot to offer. This is their brand new leather one in black, and the material here is super high quality. It feels premium with that stitch pattern all the way around and across the back. The inside of the case doubles as a card holder, so you can keep up to 3 cards in the little slot, so maybe your driver's license and a credit card or 2 if you don't want to carry your whole wallet around, and it snaps shut to make sure nothing ever ends up falling out. It's also a sturdy cutout pocket. It's not like a sleeve or anything like that, so it's not bulky, and it's not going to end up looking stretched out after a while either. The inside cover portion is a super soft microfiber material to protect the screen on the S9, and the case portion that holds your phone is also a totally complete edge-to-edge, top-to-bottom rubber and plastic housing to fully protect the phone. Like I mentioned, a lot of other flip cover folio type cases, especially that hold cards or cash, can get really thick and bulky, but this one is about as thin as it gets with the flip cover and everything, and you still have easy access to the phone and all the important stuff like the buttons on the sides and the ports on the bottom. The flip cover does a really good job of staying out of the way when you're casually using the phone, and with it folded back, I still have no problem using the S9 with one hand, and I think with a more complex case like this one, that's pretty important. So hopefully you guys enjoyed checking out these Speck cases. Like I said before, I've always been a huge fan, and they've been my case of choice now for a while. I know everyone has different tastes and preferences when it comes to cases, and some of you daredevils even go out into the world with no case at all, but let me know in the comments down below what you're rocking on your device right now. Also, be sure to follow Tech Daily on Twitter and subscribe to the Tech Daily YouTube channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys later.